Good to see you all. It is now 3 p.m. on this Saturday, September 6th. I'm here to give you the latest on our weather impact alert day that is spanning from now all the way until 8 o'clock tonight, with scattered showers and storms already popping in and across the triad. Some could be strong to severe, and we're already seeing those warnings. We've seen a couple already. Make sure you have the rain gear and make sure you're checking the radar often. We're going to go straight to the radar right now so I can show you where and what these storms are doing across the region. Really starting to see these storms continue to move into portions of the Piedmont and bring in lots of damaging wind and also hail across the area too. Also lots of cloud to ground lightning. It looks like they actually took the severe tag off of the one in Greensboro, but it's still producing pea-sized hail here in northern Guilford County, and it is still producing damaging wind gusts up to around 50 to 55 miles per hour at my last check. Other two severe warnings, well, three of them continue to be across here in Forsyth County over Winston-Salem. This one is still producing damaging wind gusts and also hail across the region too. Really seeing it come down in portions. Let me go ahead and halt this, and I'm going to take myself off so you can have a full screen view. Just actually south of Kernersville, right along the intersection of Highway 66 and Interstate 40. Really seeing it come down here, right along Bunker, here Sandy Ridge Road, Greenville Drive, also along Old Salem Road and Abbott's Creek Circle. Seeing it come down really hard over there just toward the south of Kernersville, as well as over here for our friends toward Clemens too. I'm going to see what hail tracks look like currently across the area, really up to around 3/4 of an inch in some of my most recent glances at it. 3/4 of an inch there just south of Clemens. And going elsewhere across the map, we've been seeing a lot over here just toward the northwest of McLeansville, right along the intersection between 29 and 785, really coming down with that hail. Estimates from radar up to over a half an inch, around 0.6 inches. Over for our friends here in Caswell County too, lots of heavy rainfall just north of Yanceyville as well. Let's take a look at some of those tallies too. Where we're mainly going to be seeing up to around half an inch, a little over that too. These storms really are bringing a lot in a very short amount of time, rainfall-wise too. We've been seeing damaging wind gusts across the area, continuing to kind of push in. And, you know, we've had one wind gusts across the area around 61 miles per hour. That was in Greensboro itself. Right along the airport. We have one storm right now moving into High Point that actually looks like it's pretty heavy downpour too. Really coming down over like downtown High Point, where we're really seeing it right now, right over Lindsay Street, Sunset Drive. So if you're anywhere near any of these storms, you don't necessarily have to be in a warning to know that you need to get inside and stay inside until these storms pass. Really the biggest threats that we're going to be seeing with these storms today are the damaging winds and the hail too. We are outlined today in a marginal risk, meaning we are in a level 1 out of 5. That means isolated severe storms going to continue to be possible over the next several hours. You know, I've outlined that timeline for you, but if you're just now joining us, it's until 8 o'clock tonight that we're going to have to keep a close eye on the radar for these storms that are going to be strong to severe kind of passing through our area. And they're really just kind of taking their time too. They're not moving very quickly. They're producing damaging winds, a lot of locally heavy rainfall, and the hail across the area too has been, you know, something that we've been having to watch. Here's that hail risk outline for our area too. It is low, but we've seen some hail already in some of these storms. That warning for Forsyth is going to last all the way until 3:30 for the next 25 minutes or so. These are pushing through our area at around 15 miles per hour. Looks like in my most recent look with the National Weather Service, there is a tree down actually on Bear Hollow Road. This is around 3 miles northwest of Greensboro here in Guilford County. So we'll be having to look for any sort of damage reports from this wind damage. And I'm actually going to show you exactly where that is, if it'll show on my screen. Yep, there it is. This is where we're seeing that wind damage with that tree down. This is right off of Bryan Boulevard there too, where they have a tree down, as well as high winds over there toward the airport itself, where they were able to see wind gusts up to around 60 miles per hour, and that was at 1:53 this afternoon. So it's been a little bit, but these storms are continuing to move in, and they're very quick across the area, to form, not necessarily to move, but to form. They're very quick to form across the region. So please take these storms serious. If you're in a warning, make sure that you head indoors. They're continuing to produce a lot of rain also in a short amount of time. The good news is we really haven't seen a lot of rain over the last couple of weeks. So flooding threat is kind of lower for our area. The grounds aren't already saturated, but it's still coming down a lot in a very short amount of time. When you have rainfall rates between 1 to 3 inches an hour, even if you haven't had rainfall in weeks, it still can lead to problems, especially as the storms don't move very much and continue to kind of put down a lot in a very short amount of time. The severe storm warning currently in Caswell County, you can see there's a lot of lightning associated with it, moving through Yanceyville, continuing to push northeast. That one is in effect until 4 o'clock this evening. Wind speeds still with these winds, if we're able to see mixing all the way down to the surface like we saw in Greensboro with that 61 mile per hour gust. We're able to see those gusts even in other parts of the clusters of the storms too, like they're just north of Yanceyville. A lot of clouds of ground lightning. It is just absolutely coming down across the area. You know, bigger picture, wanted to kind of zoom out just a little bit to show you it's not just us that are being impacted by this storm. You know, kind of zooming out all across the northeast to see how many severe thunderstorm warnings are up there toward New York and over there toward Boston. There were actually even a couple of tornado warnings just a couple of minutes ago in portions of New York and Boston too. And I am getting a report of some power outages actually reported by Duke Energy caused by fallen trees or limbs that is damaging equipment. So while I have you guys here, I'm actually going to go and check on that. And I'm going to leave up the radar for you guys while I look at Duke Energy outings just to see. And you guys can send me your reports too to my email. Just make sure you're staying safe and make sure you're staying indoors in any of these storms, even if you're not necessarily within a severe thunderstorm warning. All of these storms are strong and they're continuing to kind of move into the area and kind of sit over the region too. Looks like on Duke Energy, I'm on the website now, that there's up to around 1,000 right toward Lake Jeanette actually. This is actually toward Laurel Park, between Lake Jeanette and Laurel Park, that we're seeing a little over 800 customers that are without power. And that's from fallen trees or limbs of damaging equipment. So that's where we're seeing that towards Somerville too. And that's southeast of Somerville, I should say. So we're going to continue to track these storms as they push in and across the area, but they're really coming down. And they're bringing a lot of damaging wind, and they're bringing a lot of hail too. So let's kind of go back here, and I'm going to show you what current temperatures look like and some of our other current conditions. We'll take another look at the radar and one last look at the 7-day, and then I will let you guys go. Temperatures, well, for right now, of course, I'll have more updates coming up in the next hour or so. Temperatures right now, 71 in Greensboro, much cooler than the surrounding counties. Otherwise, they're in the upper 80s. Look at Burlington, not seeing much, if anything, at all, and due to that, without the rain-cooled air, we're in the upper 80s, but lower 70s for Greensboro and Winston-Salem. 91 currently in Yanceyville, but going to see that decline in temperature soon as those storms move into the area. Greensboro, spooky clouds right now, lower 70s. Let's take it to the full quad view, where we're seeing lots of heavy rainfall over portions of High Point and parts of Winston-Salem there in those downtown areas. Burlington, not looking too shabby. You can see the storm clouds, but at least there's some sunshine, right? Spooky clouds also there in Greensboro. And like I said, this is all due to the fact that this cold front is bringing in that instability in the air for the next several hours, really through around 8 o'clock tonight that we're going to be tracking this. Here's that future cast over the next bit too, and this is really just kind of showing you what to expect through around 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock. Really going to be pushing out by around 8, 9 o'clock at the latest in our area. I want to leave you here with another quick look at the radar. Before I let you guys go, looks like for right now, we still continue to have those 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in parts of Caswell and also in Forsyth counties. These are going to continue to push toward the northeast of our area. Again, they're kind of clustering, so more scattered storms are going to be likely over the next couple of hours. So stay ready and be ready. And with that, I will leave you here, if it'll load, with the last look at your 7-day forecast.